Hi YouTube, Clutch Bogmarsh here. So I was just thinking about this. Been watching all this stuff about magnetic pole shifts and the things that could potentially happen during it, and watch some footage of some stuff and some things, and yeah. Here's a thought for you people. Go along with that whole if you can control the past, you control the future. If you control the future, you control the present. So this pole shift thing might possibly be, which they're not telling us, but might possibly be an extinction event for the human race, people, as well as a lot of the other animals that are on this planet. Okay. Does anyone stop to think that, and this goes into that Space Force thing as well. Does anyone stop to think that the Space Force is just there to protect the elitist? And has anyone thought that the reason that the United States and China are working so hard together to stay friendly, because the United States went to the front side of the moon, but China apparently went to the back side of the moon? This is just theory. And I've just been talk about how they've built bases on the moon and stuff like that. Is anyone stop to think that maybe the whole purpose behind the Defense Force, or the Space Force, I should say, is to protect the elitists, so they could be on the backside of the moon, which is always facing away from the sun. So when this polar shift happens and chaos is raining down on the planet, all right, has anyone stopped to think that's just for their survival, or that's to be able to get them there so they can leave everyone abandoned on this planet, because they actually know more about this apparent event that's going to happen, and have actually, lied to us once again? Because if you do any research on this kind of shit, people, it's the kind of event that wipes out the entire planet pretty much. And it changes the whole ecosystem of the planet. And if I gather correctly from the scientists that I was listening to yesterday while I was, watching and trying to learn from people that are much smarter than I am, so that's why they put videos on YouTube, because they want to put that information out there. And they know that not everybody is smart enough to go work in those fields, but they might be smart enough to grasp the concept. But that's just one man's opinion. You ever stop to think about that? That, the whole moon exploration thing, and, space defense, and the fact that all these big countries are jumping on that. They're just going to leave their people down here when this shit happens. Right? And, I'm going to probably watch some more of this stuff, because I've been watching a lot of this kind of stuff here lately. And, been trying to read some other stuff about it from some ancient cultures, but I can't seem to get any fucking time to read a book in peace in my fucking home. All right. So yeah, think on that, guys. Is there a base on the backside of the moon? Because that's definitely been talked about. Is space defense just to be protecting the elite, or not even protecting, just building? And they're calling it space defense, quotation, building the capabilities to get the elitist, them off of this planet when this event happens. Because if you do some research on what could happen during the polar shifts, based on history and fact and science, all right, and the fact that our government has been keeping a lot of this information away from us, until I think it was like 2016 is when they started actually talking or allowing certain bits of this information to come out that they had from even further back than that and shit. You know? Like, been doing some research on this, some watchings and shit like that, but maybe you should too, because, yeah, you know, when y'all want to sit here and act like the world's just this hunky dory and nothing ever is bad's gonna happen to us, you keep thinking that, folks. Once again, this is Cloachy out, motherfuckers.